Good morning. Welcome to your safety orientation for Newport Industries, parent company to Kelso Burnett, KB Advanced Technologies, Contec, Ballard Services, and Procom. During this orientation, you'll be given a copy of our Employee Safety Handbook. I encourage you to read it and refer to it when needed, and be sure to ask your supervisor should you have any additional questions. Each job site has its own unique safety requirements. Knowing and understanding them before you begin work will ensure the safety of all employees. Thank you for watching, and remember, be safe.
Here at Newport Industries, our intention is to provide the safest workplace possible. As you know, it is a constant effort, and we have taken many critical steps to eliminate injuries. First, every supervisor is instructed to look for and correct unsafe conditions and acts. Second, we require every employee at Newport Industries to report unsafe conditions as soon as you find them. In the end, you are the most important person in preventing injuries. Stay alert and think about your own safety as well as the safety of others. Thank you for coming to work for Newport Industries, and have a safe and productive day.
All Newport Industries employees working on job sites must wear shirts with sleeves that cover your shoulders and full-length pants. Clothing should be clean, free of holes, and 100% cotton. Shorts, cut-off pants, tank tops, and sleeveless shirts are not permitted. Remove loose jewelry that can be caught or snagged and can be conductive. Hard hats provided by Newport Industries must be worn by everyone during all work activities. Inspect your hard hat. Check the shell and suspension for defects. The suspension system adjustment is worn to the rear. Never wear old or defective hard hats. Work boots are required on all job sites to protect your feet from falling materials, scrapes, impacts, and abrasions. Always wear work boots for support and foot protection. Safety glasses must be worn during all work activities. Safety glasses will protect your eyes from injury and even blindness. Prescription glasses must meet ANSI Z87 and be worn with approved side shields. If you wear standard prescription glasses, approved safety glasses must be worn over them. Face shields are required for added protection when doing overhead work, cutting, and drilling. Face shields are worn with your safety glasses and hard hat to protect your eyes and face. Use hearing protection when exposed to high noise levels from equipment, motors, and tools. Wear hearing protection correctly, fully inserted, to ensure complete protection of your hearing. If noise levels are high enough to make you raise your voice to speak to someone 3 feet away, you need hearing protection. Toolbox safety meetings are conducted at least once each week, and on some sites, every day. Knowing the specific hazards and rules for your job site is extremely important. Pay attention and ask questions. Think smart, work safe, and always attend these meetings. Much of your work will be done from ladders. Use only Type 1 or 1A fiberglass ladders. Lock the spreaders out fully. Inspect your ladder each time you use it. Ensure the feet are set level and solid. Make sure the rungs are clean and all sections are free of damage. Climb with 3 points of contact, never with tools or material in hand. Never stand on the top steps. Follow the belt buckle rule. Keep your belt buckle between the side rails. Ladders that are damaged or defective must be removed from service and tagged "Do Not Use." Fall protection or fall prevention must be used when exposed to a fall height of 6 feet or greater. Fall prevention, such as guardrails, prevent a fall from occurring. If your work area has a fall hazard, such as a missing guardrail or uncovered hole, notify your foreman immediately. Fall protection will limit the fall distance and will protect from serious and fatal injuries if a fall occurs. Complete fall protection is a solid anchor point, a shock-absorbing or retractable lanyard, and a full-body harness. Before using personal fall protection, inspect it completely. Look for tears, cuts, and broken or missing parts that will cause the harness or lanyard to fail. Fall protection harnesses must be worn correctly. All straps must be connected and buckled to fit snugly to your body. Anchor points and connections must be solid and rated for fall protection. Use the center D-ring in the back and always remember to hook up. Also remember to have a fall protection rescue plan available in the event of a fall descent event. Calling 911 is not a rescue plan. Never work alone in the event you could be suspended from a harness for more than 5 to 8 minutes. Suspension trauma could occur where the blood in your body pools below the waist during suspension. Do not lie the rescued employee flat on the ground. Set them partially upright to avoid a high blood pressure event, shocking the circulatory system and potentially causing a stroke or heart attack. Refer to the safety department for any additional questions on fall protection rescue. Only employees of Newport Industries are allowed to operate aerial lifts owned or rented by Newport Industries. In knuckle and boom lifts, personal fall protection is always required. Ensure the gate is closed. Connect your lanyard securely to the approved anchor point. During your course of work with Newport Industries, you may be required to drill concrete anchors and possibly be exposed to silica. When drilling in enclosed spaces, it is required to contain this dust. You can contain the dust either by drilling using water or by utilizing a HEPA vac drill designed to vacuum silica dust. We have vacuums available for the drills or with drilling attachments for up to a 4-inch dry core. If you have any questions, please consult your supervisor. Extension cords must be free of damage and be rated for hard or extra hard outdoor construction use. All extension cords must be grounded 3-wire type. All 110-volt electric tools and equipment must be used with a ground fault circuit interrupter, also called a GFCI. Test your GFCI before plugging in. A GFCI can save your life. Make sure you stay protected. GFCI are required to be tested at least weekly and recorded. Please use your GFCI testing log found in your safety documents for Newport Industries. All energized cabinets and conductors must be barricaded or covered to prevent accidental contact. Never leave an energized panel exposed. Install the permanent cover before leaving the area. Before working on any conductors or equipment that are energized or could become energized, you must shut down the energy source. When operating an electrical disconnect, stand to the side of the disconnect. Use your left hand to operate the disconnect and keep your right hand at your side. Apply your lock and tag to the disconnect to prevent others from turning it on. Lockout tagout is required on all types of power sources. Use the correct device. The tag must have your name on it, and you must keep the key to your lock. Always verify that the equipment is de-energized before starting work. In the event that you are required to work on an energized circuit, only authorized employees with electrical knowledgeable person training may work on energized equipment and conductors. This requires additional PPE to be worn to protect you from arc flash, including electrically insulated gloves rated for the highest potential voltage, flame retardant coveralls, a face shield, and insulated tools. Energized conductors can create a high temperature arc flash. Wearing the correct PPE will prevent serious injury. An energized work permit is also required for most tasks. If you have questions, contact your safety department when it is related to work with energized conductors. During your course of employment at Newport Industries, you may be asked to perform work in identified or newly constructed confined spaces. Work in any space over 4 feet in depth, or which has limited means of egress, or the potential to have a bad atmosphere, are confined spaces. Work in these areas require additional training and the use of retrieval equipment and air monitors prior to entering the space. Please contact your company's safety department to arrange for training prior to working in these areas. All chemicals and hazardous materials must be labeled. To learn more about a chemical or material, ask your supervisor for the Safety Data Sheet, or SDS, located in the Safety Manual. Our standard list of chemicals is in the Safety Manual. For materials not covered on the standard list, contact your safety department. Practice safe lifting techniques. Lift with your legs, keep your back straight, head up, and get help for heavy and awkward loads. Pay attention to your walking and working areas. Look behind you before you step backwards. Carefully step over or around tripping hazards. You can't always control the hazards, but you can avoid them. To prevent strains and injury, use mechanical devices to move material whenever possible. Keep your work area neat and clean. Pick up rounds and cutoffs as the work progresses and put them where they belong. Newport Industries' Emergency Management Program requires you to respond effectively during an emergency. All accidents and near-miss incidents must be reported immediately, regardless of the cause or severity. Know the emergency phone numbers and procedures for your job site. For severe and life-threatening injuries, first get help. Then make sure emergency services are called. Never leave the job site without reporting an injury. You must fill out a detailed injury report, and it will be investigated to discover causes and to take corrective action. The safety director must be notified immediately. A drug and alcohol test is required for any incident from the result of injury or loss of property. The most effective and proven way to prevent strains and sprains is to stretch before beginning work. Always start your stretching in a relaxed, neutral standing position. Practice the following stretches for maximum benefits: upper back stretch, shoulder rolls, shoulder stretch, neck stretch, body stretch, lower back reliever, chest stretch, hamstring stretch, calf stretch, quad stretch, forearm stretches, wrist stretch. Remember, stretching must be done slowly, never exceeding your personal limits. The following actions are never acceptable at Newport Industries and may result in termination: coming to work under the influence of alcohol or drugs, or using and having them on the job; flagrant, willful, and repeated violations of safety rules; horseplay and fighting; bringing weapons such as guns and fighting knives to the job; harassment of fellow employees and others on the job site. Harassment includes making insulting remarks based on race, ethnicity, or any remarks with unwanted sexual overtones. Now to review. The following must be worn at all times: long pants and shirts with sleeves, hard hats, ANSI Z87 rated safety glasses, and work boots. Use ladders correctly. Remember the belt buckle rule. Fall protection and prevention is required at heights of 6 feet and greater. In your work at Newport Industries, you may encounter marked confined spaces. Contact your safety department. Aerial lifts must be inspected and operated safely. Close gates and use required fall protection. Energized cabinets must be protected. Never leave them uncovered. Use lockout-tagout to de-energize equipment. Wear arc flash PPE if the equipment is energized. Electrical cords must be in good condition, rated for extra hard use, and be grounded. Always use a GFCI and test and record it. All hazardous materials must be labeled. To receive the SDS label, call your safety department. Use safe lifting techniques. Look for tripping hazards. Maintain your work area neat and clean at all times. Know the emergency phone numbers and procedures. Report all injuries and near misses immediately. Reporting for work under the influence of drugs or alcohol, having weapons, harassment, fighting, and failure to follow safety rules may result in termination of employment. As well, if you see or suspect harmful activity, don't ignore it. Talk to your manager. Or, if you prefer, you can call 877-217-4719, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You do not have to give your name. With your help, we can avoid unethical, illegal, or unsafe activity which could harm our company and our future. Keeping our employees safe, healthy, and injury-free is a top priority for Newport Industries. The safety procedures we have discussed in this program will help to ensure we all go home safe at the end of each day.